NBC correspondent George Lewis was in Timișoara this evening. He has a live report on the latest developments in Romania. George?
Good evening, Garrick. We're coming to you live from about 30 miles down the road from Timișoara. This is Arad, one of many Romanian cities that have been surrounded by heavy fighting. It is Romanian against Romanian, the regular army and civilians against Ceausescu's security police, the enforcers of his brutal dictatorship. There is fighting in a number of cities. In Arad, near the Hungarian border, tanks blasted away at buildings believed to contain security men. The soldiers are trying to clean out pockets of snipers who've been hiding in some of the buildings here. The snipers are the remnants of the security forces loyal to Ceausescu. They've been shooting at people on the street, they've been shooting at the soldiers, and the soldiers' effort to clean them out hasn't been entirely successful so far. In Timișoara, where the brutal crackdown on anti-government demonstrators began a week ago, the army appeared to be getting the upper hand on the security police. The casualty toll on both sides is mounting, civilians working with the army to evacuate wounded soldiers. At one end of Timișoara, a grim sight, the bodies of civilians who were massacred at Ceausescu's orders, unearthed from the mass graves where they had been hastily buried. The people here said that the bodies had been bundled with wire and tossed into holes. Many of the victims tortured and mutilated before they died. Hundreds of anxious, grieving Romanians have come here trying to identify the bodies of relatives. It is too much for many to bear. And as the extent of the slaughter strikes home, the hatred of Ceausescu rises.
He's an oppressor, a tyrant. I think he is, as Stalin and Hitler, he is worse than that. Because if we think about Hitler, his people were shooting at other peoples, but our people to shoot our people.
The search for people connected with Ceausescu has taken an ugly turn. Mobs round up anyone suspected of being a sympathizer, often without proof. This man was pummeled by an angry crowd as he was hustled away by troops. The anger is mixed with joy as people relish the prospect of a free Romania. They marveled at the first editions of an uncensored newspaper. As one man read a communique from one of the democracy groups, his voice choked with emotion.
The victory of the people unit for freedom and democracy.
But these changes have come at a high price for Romania. This Timișoara man, speaking German, who came to the mass grave, said, all these people wanted was freedom. Garrick, tonight a lot of Romanians are wondering why the security forces are holding out, why there is so much resistance. The answer seems to be that they're holding out because they know that if they give up or if they're captured, they will be treated as war criminals. So either way, they lose.
But George, can these pro-Ceausescu security troops win? Is that within the realm of possibility?
The Romanians do not believe so. They believe that because the people and the army are united against Ceausescu's secret police, they will ultimately win. But the secret police are heavily armed. They believe, the Romanians believe that they have heavy caches of weapons and ammunition, so they could hold out for a while.
George Lewis, thank you very much.